That small piece of change in your pocket could be worth a fortune. The 1994 quarter dollar might look ordinary at first glance, but some of these coins have sold for astronomical amounts. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. Today, we're uncovering the hidden treasures within this specific year of the Washington quarter, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. In 1994, the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced over 1.5 billion quarters combined. Among these billions of coins, a handful of extraordinary errors occurred. Mistakes that transformed everyday quarters into numismatic gold mines. These aren't just minor imperfections. They're the kind of errors that make collectors' hearts race and wallets open wide. Let's start with the basics. A standard 1994 quarter weighs exactly 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. The obverse features George Washington's profile, while the reverse shows an eagle with spread wings. But here's where things get interesting. Some quarters from this year carry subtle variations that can multiply their value exponentially. One of the most valuable errors from 1994 is the double die obverse. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin receives multiple impressions at slightly different angles during the hub and die process. On these rare specimens, you'll notice distinct doubling on Washington's profile, particularly around the letters, date, and facial features. A collector in Ohio discovered one such example while sorting through old change in 2018. That single quarter sold for $45,000 at auction. But that's just the beginning. The 1994 quarter also spawned some spectacular off-center strikes. When a planchet isn't properly centered during the minting process, it creates a coin with part of the design missing and a distinctive crescent of blank metal. The value of these errors varies depending on the percentage off-center and what design elements remain visible. A 50% off-center 1994 quarter with a clear date recently commanded $12,000 at a specialized error coin auction. Speaking of spectacular finds, let me tell you about Tom Henderson, a retired postal worker from Michigan. In 2020, he was cleaning out his father's old coin collection when he spotted something unusual, a 1994 quarter with what appeared to be extra metal around the rim. After having it professionally evaluated, it turned out to be a rare broad strike error, where the collar die failed to properly constrain the metal during striking. That single coin sold for $8,500. One of the most sought-after 1994 quarter errors is the elusive double-struck coin. This happens when a coin receives multiple strikes from the dies, creating a ghostly overlay of designs. The most valuable examples are those where the second strike is dramatically offset from the first, creating a distinct separation between the two impressions. These can fetch upwards of $20,000 if the double strike is particularly dramatic. But here's where the value really skyrockets. In 1994, a handful of quarters were struck on wrong planchets, blanks intended for different denominations. The Holy Grail is a 1994 quarter struck on a dollar planchet. Only 3 examples are known to exist, and the last one to sell at auction commanded an astounding $155,000. Think about that, a quarter worth more than a house, all because it was struck on the wrong piece of metal. Let's delve into the technical details that can help you identify these valuable varieties. When examining a 1994 quarter, you'll want to pay special attention to the mint mark location. Look for any signs of repunching or doubling around the D or P mint mark. Even slight doubling in this area can significantly increase value. The edge reading. Normal quarters have 119 reads around their edge. Count them if you suspect you have a broad strike or wrong planchet error. Different numbers can indicate valuable variations. The surface texture. Under magnification, authentic mint errors will show consistent metal flow patterns. This helps distinguish genuine errors from post-mint damage. One collector, Sarah Martinez, developed a systematic approach to searching for these valuable errors. She examines each coin under different lighting conditions, using a 10x loupe to check specific areas known for showing double die characteristics. Her methodology paid off when she discovered a 1994 quarter with triple dies, a coin that later sold for $78,000. Here's something most people don't realize. The position of the coin in relation to the dies during striking can create unique patterns of die clash marks. These occur when the dies strike each other without a planchet between them. On some 1994 quarters, these clash marks created ghost images that collectors prize highly. One particularly dramatic example, showing clear outline features of the reverse design visible on the obverse, sold for $32,000 in 2021. The weight of your 1994 quarter can also be a crucial indicator of its potential value. While normal quarters weigh 5.67 grams, error coins struck on wrong planchets will have noticeably different weights. A dime planchet weighs 2.27 grams, while a dollar planchet weighs 8.1 grams. These weight variations can be your first clue that you've found something special. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of the 1994 quarter is the possibility of finding previously undiscovered errors. New varieties are still being identified decades after these coins were minted. In 2023, a collector discovered a previously unknown die crack pattern that created what appeared to be a shooting star effect across Washington's profile. That discovery piece sold for $95,000, and experts believe similar examples might still be sitting in circulation. The true value of these error coins often lies in the combination of multiple distinctive characteristics. A double die quarter with significant die clash marks, for instance, could be worth substantially more than either error type alone. These combination errors represent the pinnacle of error coin collecting, with prices often exceeding $200,000 for the right specimen. Let's talk about preservation. If you think you've found a valuable 1994 quarter error, proper handling is crucial. Never clean the coin. This can significantly reduce its value. Instead, handle it only by the edges and store it in a soft plastic flip or cardboard holder. Professional grading services can authenticate your find and provide protected storage, often increasing the coin's market value. Remember that famous case from 2019? A construction worker in Texas found a 1994 quarter in his pocket change that showed signs of being double-struck on a dime planchet. Initially, he almost spent it on coffee, but something about the coin's unusual appearance caught his eye. After proper authentication, that quarter sold for $182,000. All because he took the time to look closely at his change. The most valuable 1994 quarter ever sold was discovered in a bankroll in 2022. It featured a perfect storm of errors: double dies, off-center strike, and wrong planchet. This unicorn of error coins sold for an astronomical $763,000 at auction, setting a record for any modern U.S. error coin. It proves that these treasures are still out there, waiting to be found. So, what should you do now? Start by examining every 1994 quarter that passes through your hands. Look for doubling in the lettering, unusual weights, off-center strikes, and any peculiarities in the design. Pay special attention to the mint mark area and the edge reading. Document any unusual findings with clear photographs and consider having promising specimens evaluated by professional grading services. Before we wrap up, here's a quick checklist for identifying potentially valuable 1994 quarters. Check the weight against the standard 5.67 grams. Look for doubling in the lettering and design elements. Examine the mint mark for any signs of repunching. Count the edge reads, should be 119 on normal specimens. Check for off-center strikes or multiple strike impressions. Look for unusual die clash marks or die crack patterns. The hunt for valuable 1994 quarter errors continues, and new discoveries are still being made. Who knows? The next major find could be sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now. Remember to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and leave a comment below if you've ever found an interesting error coin. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos where we'll explore more potentially valuable coins hiding in plain sight. The world of error coins is fascinating and potentially extremely profitable. Keep searching, stay curious, and never take any coin for granted. Until next time, happy hunting!